And remember this clip, by the way, from the movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise? Check this out. Okay, so in this movie, the characters used guns that fired sonic waves instead of bullets. It was, of course, set in the future. The future is here now. In today's Big Eye, this is where we talk about it, ideas, innovation. Bullets made of sound waves that can be used by the military and in medicine. Here to explain her design is Chiara Dario. She's an assistant professor of aeronautics and applied physics for the California Institute of Technology. Chiara, is that an exaggeration to say that what is depicted in that movie is actually possible?
Hi, Ali. Well, that's quite still away from where we are right now, but sound bullets do exist, and that's part of what we've been doing so far.
What is a sound bullet? What is it?
Right, so what we define as a sound bullet is a compact burst of energy, a single pulse of acoustic energy or sound that can form and travel in a host material, for example, air or water or a solid medium. See, usually acoustic waves travel in trains of crests of high pressure and low pressure regions that follow each other, similar to what you see waves in an ocean or ripples in a pond. What we do instead is to create a bullet which is consistent of only a single pulse, a single pressure, high pressure region that can achieve very, very large amplitudes.
What can the military, for instance, do, or what can people who, what can you do with a sound bullet?
The sound bullets can replace many of today's technology in terms of controlling acoustic waves. And acoustic waves are not used just by the military, but for example, there are many biomedical applications like ultrasonic imaging or surgery, for example, to remove kidney stones or image babies in the belly of a mother. At the same time, you can use acoustic waves to test, for example, integrity of materials and structures like cracks in a pipeline or the integrity of an airplane wing. Sound bullets have a much larger amplitude, which means they can improve the signal-to-noise ratio, and they have a much more compactly support wave, which means they can achieve shorter pulses and better resolution than current technologies. These, together with being extremely controllable, would allow better tunability and, for example, scanning ability of images that people are desire to acquire, for example.
I want to show you a picture that we have here, a graphic that we've got, which shows one of these sound bullets being used on someone's brain. What are the medical applications of this?
So that's a schematic diagram that represents one of the potential applications of our technology, the idea of being able to focus sound in a very narrow spot and with much higher precision and higher energy, so that you can either, for example, image interior parts of the human body, or focus energy so that you can increase the temperature and, for example, cause death of undesired cells, like, for example, tumor cells. This is a technique already used in technology today and called hyperthermia.
All right, and finally, where you said we're some distance away from what I showed in that movie clip, where are we with this? I mean, obviously, we're not looking to invent a gun, but where are we in the process of using this ability to have a sound go in a bullet as opposed to a wave?
So right now we are at the proof of principle stage. In our laboratory, we have developed the fundamental theoretical and computer simulation, as well as an experimental proof of principle for the creation of the sound bullets, which means we've been able to test and demonstrate their feasibility. And experimental in the lab, it was done in solid media. We are now bringing the technology forward, trying to redesign a lens that's more automated, more controllable and scalable, and also that is capable of generating bullets that travel in water, for example, and fluids, so that they're closer to applications, for example, for underwater detection of vehicles similar to sonars, or in the human body.
Very, very interesting. We'll watch this with great interest. Chiara Dario is an assistant professor of aeronautics and applied physics at the California Institute of Technology. By the way, she was named one of Brilliant 10 by Popular Science magazine. Thanks so much for being with us. We love having brilliant people on here. It makes us feel a little bit smarter.
Thank
by
you
the way,
for having me.
For anybody who doesn't think I'm all that smart, I confirmed it again. For the second day in a row, I have now said that the winter solstice is the longest day of the year, when in fact it is the opposite. It is the shortest day of the year. But you know what I meant.